Welcome, everybody, to Generation Dan, the only podcast where you have to meal prep every week for the rest of your life. I'm Atlas Novack. I'm your millennial. Who else is here with me?
I'm Dino, the genetic marvel, and that is painfully accurate, sir. That is painfully accurate, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning, Victoria. Us being a podcast about generational differences, I thought we would do an episode about the things that we never thought were going to be a problem when we were little. Because when we were kids, it was like quicksand. I'm going to run into quicksand all the time.
Yeah.
And
that was a real thing.
That's just not an issue. And you know what is an issue? Renewing your fucking driver's license every 5 years. And shit.
Like, son of a bitch. This is the tricky part, is you don't get better at stuff when it only happens once every 3 years. Okay. So those issues continue to happen even to this day. Listen, I've gone in and I'm bad at renewing my license. But technically, you can't get a ticket for up to 2 years after. As long as you had a driver's license, it's still technically you can't use it as ID. But if you present it in a traffic situation, they will accept it.
I never understood that where you can't use it as ID. I'm like, it was once a form of valid ID. It's not like if it expires, I go back to being 17 again. If only, that would be nice.
Let's try and really focus on this topic, because I want to stay on it. Okay. Because it is some of the weird stuff that's happened over the last even 10 years is wild to me, right?
Yeah.
Where and
never would have seen this coming. Yeah.
No, not at all. I think it's more so the idea that I'm not smart enough for this many people to be dumber than me. That's my big problem.
That's such a good episode title.
Yeah.
Or a
I'm not. Yeah, it's this weird thing where I'm looking going, did nobody else go to high school? I didn't even go to a really good high school. I didn't go to a private school.
No. It always just makes me laugh when they're when someone calls me smart, which is very rare, but they do that, and you're you must have been an A student in high school. I'm like, I really wasn't.
Not even close.
No, I was a shit student until 10th grade, and you can thank my my English teacher, Miss Smith, for that, where she fucking flayed me alive with an assignment, and then was are you gonna slack off anymore? I'm like, no. Where are you from? Los Angeles? Toronto. Yeah. Uh-huh. Which is a little ironic considering the hat, but
yeah. I lost a bet. It's very fair. I still have that.
And you only had to do it once. You don't have to keep doing it if you don't want to, but he does.
I've been wearing it because the light in this room is either too bright or not bright enough, or just in the wrong place, because there's one right here, and it just kind of just flames out like the sun. So this is my life.
An English teacher in 10th grade that does that to you. Is it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Those are the ruthless ones. Listen, a grade 10 English teacher has just recently had all of their dreams crushed, and they realize they're going to only be a teacher ever again.
I feel like that's a shot at me.
No, not at all, because you actually enjoy teaching and you're good at it, right? These are people who, I'm just going to teach a little bit so I can make some money just because I have bills, but I'm writing a book, and in turn,
I'm writing a musical.
Yeah, but you are writing a musical. That's the difference. Hey, watch this. in 10 years, if you're still writing a musical,
yeah,
that will be you.
okay. I mean, like, in the year and a half I've been working on it, I have 4 songs, and when I say songs, I mean the like lyrics to a song. I don't have the music composed. I was gonna take it to a composer. I have that. I have the like plot, what's gonna happen in the plot, and I have the character names. So year and a half, that's pretty good progress so far.
I think so. I'm not saying you can't still be working on it, but if you are still in that same zone and you haven't progressed in any, like, it's not about, because like things take time, right? It's writing. It's not,
Yeah.
but in general,
like 6 years. So
yeah. But if you clock into 40 and you still have it and you're no closer than you are now, that's when everything just goes and kind of implodes on you.
I think like I can at least take solace in the fact that like since I became a teacher, I wrote a TV pilot. I started writing a musical. That's pretty good. Like
you have things that you're trying. You're a teacher? Didn't know. Sorry. That's
it's cool. It's cool. It was less about you, thanks a lot, and more about Dino because he knows I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
There. This way.
Can you do the cornstarch challenge? No.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I was saying, the things like we didn't predict would be an issue. I don't know how it is in Canada, but in the US on paper, it's supposed to be pretty easy to renew your license. You go, you fill out some forms, you turn them in, and then when that's done, you go to the DMV to like drop off a different form, and then they go, great, and then they mail it to you. The problem is with me, when I'm doing the forms online and they do do you have epilepsy? And I go, yes, I do, because I have to. Then they go, you have epilepsy? We're suspending your license. And then I have to go back to my neurologist and get another fucking form that says he's okay to drive. And then like it happens literally every time I have to renew my license, and it takes longer than usual. And I wish the DMV would just be like, hey, we have the forms from last time. Maybe just let it through. Like the things that I do to keep the license never stick for whatever reason. It's annoying.
So I was always under the assumption that the DMV, as you call it, and our system up here, MTO, I think.
MTO, Department of Motor Vehicles versus.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me find it.
Motor Transport something. Motor Transportation of Ontario. That's
Ministry of Transportation. Yeah, of Ontario.
Okay.
So MTO. Yeah. So, what you have to go through now, I understand why people are like the DMV is the worst place in the universe. Yeah, we don't have to do all that. Hey, if I have to renew my license, I just go over to the MTO office, which they are little offices all over the city. It's not a big deal. You know, some do driving inspecting. Others do whatchamacallit, just do forms and stuff like that. I go in, I go, here's my ID, here you go, no problem, get it done, and everything's fine, no big deal.
Right.
Just it's very one-stop shop. Oh, I need to renew this. Here, oh, we need to take your picture. Okay, take a picture. There you go. Here's your paper version. We'll mail a new one in 6 weeks. Okay, done.
Yeah. If you've ever seen the episode of Family Guy where it's like Peter's black ancestor, and he's like, after making it to the North, Nate wanted to get back at the white man for the injustice of slavery by inventing the Department of Motor Vehicles. That's pretty much exactly what it's like. Sir, did you fill out the 1170? I have this one. No, that's the 1190. You gotta go stand back in that line again. Like that's that's kind of what it's like.
Like that's a horrible system. But is it now nationwide? No. Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
The Department of Motor Vehicles is in all 50 states.
Okay. And that's who you get your license from, right? But they just say, okay, but this is California, and you just get for whatever state you're in.
Yeah, I imagine it. Like, I've never gotten my license in anything but California, so I don't know. Like,
no. I'm just like, there's no. I just assumed that like, because I get one for Ontario. It's just, but it's the same everywhere. It's not a.
Yeah, no, you have different like designs on the license. Like there's a bear on mine because that's on the state flag. I love the look you got on your face. Like, there's a bear on the California license plate. Gay.
Yeah. We were like, oh, like a bear? And you're like, no, like a bear. Would probably be accurate.
This last time I kind of anticipated what was going to happen. So I like made an appointment with my neurologist before I sent the forms in and was like, hey, this is going to happen. Can I just get the doctor's note now? And then when they go, we're suspending your license, and I go, Uno reverse. And it worked out a lot easier this time.
Which is good. Yeah. That's
so,
good. See, that is pro, like, you knew in advance what was coming. That's very adult of you. It's very adult of you. I usually wait for them to send me a letter and go, hey, you need to renew your license. And I'm like, all right, I'll get to it. And then I eventually do. The funny thing is sorry, go ahead. No, well, I lost my license because I forgot to renew it. And then when you forget to renew it, you actually have to go and get like your driver's permit, like your first level and second level.
Did Dino have to retest?
All of them. The paper, the written test, and then I had to do another driving test. Hey, watch this. I pulled up every time driving, drove, parked, walked in. I need to do my G1. They're like, okay, do G1. Okay, you passed. Okay, cool. How long do I have to wait until I get my G2? And they're like, oh, you got to wait 6 months. 6 months. All right, cool. I get in the car and I drive away. And people are just like, nobody cares. Yeah. Also, do you see me looking like, oh, I drive well. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I just love the idea of like going for the test and like the resting murder face. The guy's like, that was technically 4 infractions. You know what? We're going to get rid of 2 of those. Yeah. Okay. Congratulations.
So the funny thing is, I had a guy come gets in the car, do it, pass. I actually asked him a question, and then I went to the same place to get it again, and I had the same instructor. And he was like, and he words things in a very non-congratulatory way. Says, congratulations, you have met the minimum requirements of the province of Ontario to be permitted to have a driving permit, permitting you to drive a motor vehicle of M class for the province of Ontario. Congratulations. And like, no congratulations. Just stop.
I'm sure he says that so many times a day that it's just like the spark is gone. Not that anyone aspires to work for the DMV, but like, if it's like a steady government job or whatever. But just, I love the idea of like day one, he's like, congratulations. Like, he's happy for this 16-year-old and Dino for passing the test.
Right. Like,
and then, like 5 years in, he's just like, congratulations. I am going to go get drunk after work, but congratulations or something. There you go. Yeah.
And like, it's probably funny because I bet you they drink and drive. This fuck. No way. I totally believe that they do.
I feel like for whatever they do in like Eastern Europe, that's kind of the same vibe. Congratulations, you passed driving test. Here, license. Goodbye. Like that kind of thing.
Hey, and it's hard. Like, European driving is hard. Like that's. Like I've driven in Paris. I've driven all over Greece.
Greece doesn't.
I haven't driven.
Easy. Like,
no. Greece, like Greece. So Greece makes me able to drive anywhere in the world. The only place that I haven't, which this year I may, is driving on the wrong side of the road. I've never done that before, but I'm like, I'm okay. Like, I don't mind. I'll figure it out. I just got to figure it out. We have title bureau and license bureau for some reason, 2 separate agencies. Oh yeah, you know what, and the worst part is, okay, good, can we amalgamate them? Oh no, our systems are too different. We get good. How about this? Everything gets scrapped. You all have to be together now and start from scratch. Go. Done.
I actually don't know if I hate that, because having everything in one room means, and like within one, agency, means that multiple people, like more people, are coming for the same thing. So I don't know. Maybe just because it's all I've known, where it's like the lines are really long or whatever. The last time I got my license renewed was at my old school that I was working at, the DMV nearby. I was like, I'll just go after school and like turn the thing in, because I don't know if it's like this in Canada, but a little like word to the wise: always go to turn in documents for something near the end of the day, because the person wants to go home and they'll just be like, fuck it, rubber stamp, get out. And usually the lines are shorter because like at a certain point they'll cut it off. Like you get there at 4:50 or whatever, and they're like, all right, 5 p.m. everybody who was here will take care of you, and everybody who comes in after this is just not here. So you're just hanging out. And one of my students from my English class is there getting his license, and I'm in line to like go turn in the paper. He's like, Mr. Novack. I'm like, nope, not here. I'm sorry. Like, we're in the outside world. Good luck and everything, but I don't want to talk to anybody. And then I put my headphone back in, and like, I think I broke his heart a little bit, because he was so stoked to go take his license test, and I'm just like, sorry, man, I don't, like, I'm off the clock, basically.
Here we're peers. I don't need to talk to you. Yeah,
exactly. So he passed his test. I turned my thing in and went home. It was fine, but it was just the sort of thing where I'm like, did the teachers that I ran into in the outside world when I was a kid have the same reaction, and they just kind of didn't get it? Like, I remember running into my second grade teacher in the grocery store with my mom, and it imprinted on my memory, because that was the first, you don't sleep in a coffin under the desk, like that kind of thing, for the first time. And I was so in awe of seeing her outside, and I wonder if the teacher was like, fuck, ran into one of my students out in the world, and I was just like, oh, like that. I wonder if it's the same back then that it was for me.
You know what, to a certain degree, right? And this is the thing, is that like there are some students that get away with it and some students that don't, right? So like I've had beers with a lot of teachers, like of my teachers, while they were teaching me, and I was like, beers.
Oh, right.
And they're like,
18, right?
No, I can. So 19, I was 16, and I was like, oh, beer. And everyone just like looks at me, and I'm like, what? And they're like, what? All right, man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
nothing.
I'm like, what do you want?
Yeah.
It's one of the craziest stories that I ever experienced. And I was like, I didn't do nothing. I'm like, I don't know what the problem is. But hey,
that seems to be a blessing, thanks to your massive physique, right? You got to drink early, like no one carded you, or
yeah, I bought beer from the beer store.
The beer store.
You know, you realize now how that sounds. So we have so only
that sounds like it said while you're drunk. I bought beer from the beer store. Like
it's called the beer store. It's just the beer store.
Okay.
You don't get hard liquor there. You just get beer. It's the beer store.
Okay. Interesting.
Not even. You know what the worst part is? It's not a joke. It's just called the beer store. Yep. God, it's so embarrassing. Anyways,
sorry.
So
I interrupted you. Continue.
No. It's just. Anyways, I'll explain it to you later. I went to the beer store at 15, and I was like, I'll have 2 for Canadian. They're like, yep, there you go. Walked out, put it in my car, and drove away. And that was it. And I walked into a party, and people were like, how'd you get beer? I'm like, I bought it. And they're like, how did you buy it? I'm like, with
About
cats.
it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. I'm like, look at me. I'm a grown ass man. It's not
Mhm.
at 15. Yeah, it's fine. I also shaved dry, so it's not I'm like. Yeah.
They had to before I got my tattoo. So go listen to the episode we did a few weeks ago about tattoos for more details on that. But they had to
Yeah.
shave my arm.
Yeah.
Before they did the flower one.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm so hairy that like the top of my bicep, they have to go. We got to take a razor to this. And like it was one of those things where I was like, I really should. Thanks, my dad's part of the gene pool for making me this hairy. I don't think most people have to shave their arm, their bicep, or whatever this part is up here.
It'd be your tricep. It's okay.
Your tricep is down here, I thought. No?
The whole area. Where
Oh, okay.
up is it over your shoulder?
It's
just your shoulder.
Yeah, shoulder. Yeah. Because bicep, I know,
you're
is
like
the
a
muscle.
gorilla, eh?
Yeah,
God. Horrible.
What was something that you thought was going to be a bigger deal aside from quicksand that just didn't end up panning out? Or
what did I think didn't pan out or did pan out? Like just differently?
Didn't
like,
pan out in the way that like you thought you were going to have to be dealing with this every fucking day, and then it just kind of isn't an issue. Or if it is common, it's not really like that big of a deal to you.
Life, just life. It's everything. Like I cannot tell you how many plans I had while still in high school, failing classes, just drawing plans for future. Where I'm like, no, this is babysitting. I don't care about this. This is not. And people are like, is that math? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, but you don't have math this semester. I'm like, I know. And I'm like, I'm learning stuff on my own because I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's the bare minimum. And if you manage to get out of there with a diploma, congratulations. Go live your life.
So this is the thing is like high school is more of a check mark that, hey, you are a passable member of society. And you can be trusted in the wild. That's why like being able to fail in school is so important, because you're like, hey, you don't pass high school and you're like, ha, I can conquer no, you can't. You're still retarded. Okay.
Nope.
You are just now, you are allowed in the door to the many wonders of stupidity and not stupidity. I wouldn't say smartness, but let's just say stupidity and not stupidity. And I'll tell you, still that choice you get fucked with on a regular basis. Regardless of your age, there's always some new fuckery about that will take you down. Okay. Yeah, and also like that's just life. There's no limit of ways that I could have expected my existence to be right here, right now. Like I never would have thought.
It's very philosophical. I remember being in like various parts of my schooling, and the teacher at some point would be like, the next thing that's coming up, it's gonna fucking kick your ass, right? They're not going to allow this kind of shit in middle school. When you get to high school, you're fucked. College is going to destroy you if you don't blah, 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 blah. I really think that's mostly just to get people to get their shit together so that the teacher doesn't have to deal with like behavior or whatever. And that's fine. But I think it's a different skill set to be a college student than it is to be a high school student. But you can't tell them that, because then high school students would be like, oh, even though I suck at it, it's okay. I'll do fine as a college student. Still got to pass to get to college. So, you have the sort of smoke and mirrors of it all. But I think the thing that I was like expecting to be more difficult was just like, I thought that education in the form of like doing assignments was going to be more of an issue, and then that transitioned into like various bureaucratic hurdles in the real world, which is kind of like English homework in a way, where you have to like, how do I get through this phone tree or fill out whatever form for my taxes or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yes, they're annoying and boring and grating, but like you do them.
Yeah. Paperwork has always sucked. Like
And
I am disappointed that we still have so much paperwork.
yes.
But it's really not that big of a deal. I think a lot of people focus on that, but it's like, listen, every once in a while, like look, last time you almost got screwed over, you had to get permission again, and you did the permission in advance, you showed up, and you say, hey, I'm okay, give me a pass, and they did, right? Like, you get better at doing certain things, but in all honesty, like, it's more so like there are a lot of, like, I look back and I wonder if there were different options that I could have chosen, like work wise or field of expertise wise and stuff, that I don't know where it would have taken me. But at the same time, like, I look back and I kind of go, man, I don't know if I wonder what would have happened. I don't really care because I'm thinner than I've ever been, but also, focusing on being a happier person, because my face doesn't say I'm happy ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a like there's like a would you rather question I like to ask people, which is like, would you rather after you die and you're at like the pearly gates or whatever the fuck is up there, you either get to hear every compliment that was ever said about you in your entire life, or you get to see what the correct path was. Like, you ever been playing an RPG or something, and it's like you get the video game guide, and it's like, oh, if you do this, this, and this here, you get all these broken items, and you can do this later. Like, it's a fun one to think about. Because I am wondering, like, what is the correct version of my life, if there is one?
I don't know.
Like, there's an
mean,
episode of Rick and Morty where like
yeah,
they find these crystals, and if you're touching the crystal, it'll show you how you die. And Morty, when like he's touching it, there's one version of his like death that's him on his deathbed with Jessica, the girl he has a crush on. So he's constantly readjusting himself to make sure that's where he like that's where he is going, and it's like really crazy because he's like micro adjusting every little thing to make sure he gets there.
You can't see, this is the problem. I would like, while I would love to have seen how my life would have been if I made every right decision ever, I think that would be awesome. But I don't know if I'd want to hear every compliment.
I feel like the early ones
that's way worse.
Yeah, the early ones would be kind of annoying, where it's like, all right, he's learning to walk, yay, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He slept through the night. Woo!
I'd rather like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd even pick, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Thanks. Just fuck it. I neither one seemed like a great experience. And I'll tell you why, is that hearing every compliment, I wouldn't want to hear the last time somebody complimented you. Like that would, I don't know. That wouldn't be a great experience. I feel like that would be
guys, we don't, like, men don't really compliment each other all that much.
True.
Just in general, like you hear the thing where like somebody told me they liked my shirt, and I carried that with me for like a month afterwards.
Yeah.
So I have the guy.
I have a joke I do about that, where I tell people, I said, I'm trying to become better about complimenting men. And we were stuck in traffic on this hill kind of thing. Like it wasn't really traffic; it was just a light, but everyone was lined up because it was a hill. And this guy is jogging. So and you know what? He was in great shape. He was in the kind of shape that men aspire to look like. You know, like you think of like, oh, you're getting ready for a movie. Oh, that's the body you want. Like, oh, he was good shape. So I rolled down my window and I was like, hey, nice tits, bro. And he did not appreciate the compliment. And I was kind of sad about that. He didn't.
I bet.
He didn't. Yeah. And you know, some people just don't know how to take compliment.
No, they don't. Mostly because that's not a compliment.
It's a great compliment, okay? And people should be a little less uptight.
Okay.
But yeah. So like, yeah. Also, I never expected everyone to be so slutty. Wow.
What do you mean?
I mean, there are a lot of people who have playing the field.
Oh.
And
I mean, everyone has their hoe era or whatever. Somebody said that to me the other day. I was like, that fits. I think everyone has their hoe era in their life. Whether that's in school or in their 20s or whatever.
I don't know. I was fat my whole life, so I guess it was different for me. I don't know. It's also like that was a big deal in my universe, right? Somebody actually said that they didn't believe that I was a virgin. I was like, really? I'm like, thanks, I guess. Nothing like that ever happened, but apparently women talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is why I like having women guests on the show, because they sort of like pierce the bubble we're in as two men.
Yeah, because women will tell you secrets if you're nice to them. If you're not nice to women, they don't tell you any secrets. But if you are nice to women, they will tell you secrets. And I'm telling you, some of those secrets, you'll be like, women are so weird. Because, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are.
What I was thinking about the other day was like, okay, so I feel like as adults, we're really bad about knowing when to quit something. And I think the reason for that is, as a child, you want to quit everything. Because your parents are just like, try baseball, try karate, try, like they're throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks because you're 4 years old and they don't know what you like yet. So they're just trying everything and you want to quit immediately because you're 4 and everything is terrible. So as a result of that, they like instill that like never quit attitude, but then it kind of backfires as an adult where it's like, I should probably leave this job because they're breaking like 7 labor laws and my manager is a dick. But you don't, because you got to stick it out, man. So I'm wondering if like that was something like as a kid, seeing something through to the end usually got you some kind of reward, either by your parents being like, I'm proud of you, or maybe it was, if you made it through the end of the season, blah, 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 something is going to happen, or you don't have to do it next year. Like just made it through the end of the season. And unfortunately, as adults, it's like, it's up to you to decide when to quit something. And that's not something I thought was going to be a problem, you know?
I feel like that would be a cool doohickey to have.
What do you mean? Like knowing exactly when to quit something?
No, a life satisfaction survey before you go to bed every day.
Huh.
On
a scale of 1 to 5. Google
on a scale of 1 to 5, did you have a good day? I mean, like on a scale, and also like making sure to point out, hey, did you have a bad day, or did you have a good day where somebody ruined 30 seconds of it and you dwelled on it for more than enough time, right? Those are two very different things.
I think like couples kind of do that on a more broad scale where it's like, how was your day? But it's not really specific like that. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
To be like what was good about your day? Because I remember being like as a kid, people asking me, "How was your day?" And you're like, "I can't remember anything I did in the last 6 hours." Not because I don't want to, but because it just kind of blends
Yeah.
together. And apparently, what parents are doing now is they're asking their kid something specific about the day, just to kind of like
Yeah.
activate that part of their brain again. Like, how was Mrs. Blah blah blah's class or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, or did anything cool happen today? Like there was a
Yeah.
tweet I saw where I asked my kid like how their day was and if they did anything fun. They said nothing, and then the school posted the fact that they went to the zoo for a field trip, like that kind of thing. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is a hilarious thing that like when things would happen and we would not want to talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
the most insane things is that my dad's trick, and I don't know what happened, I'll be honest with you, but he would be like, "A little bird told me you had a good day." And you're like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, I heard you had fun today." And you're like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "What happened today?" You're like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And most often you would fess up to some wild shit
Yeah.
because we did wild shit all the time. And yeah,
Props to your dad. That's cool.
but it was the weirdest thing when I was just like, "Oh yeah, I never knew." I was like, "Son of a bitch." It was just a thing. It was just
I think like
it was mind games from my own father is what it was.
I'm sure
But
he could see
kept
it
us in
on
line.
your face that something was up. He just didn't know what, and he just had to like
Probably.
put the right like kind of line everything up, and then it would sort
Yeah.
of all come apart when he needed it
Like
to.
those parents that tell their kids that, "Oh, when you lie, your ears turn red." So they walk up to the parents and
Yeah.
they're like, "Hey, yeah, I wanted to tell you about a thing that happened. And I had nothing to do with it. I just saw it."
Uh,
So
yeah.
it's
I
great. It's great.
yeah.
You know?
um, what's another thing I wasn't really prepared for is
Yeah.
just how quickly friendships fall apart if you're not constantly like upkeeping them. Because
Oh, yeah.
when you're a kid and you're in school with people, your friendship is kept up for you by nature of being in school together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
like you can't really leave school unless something crazy happens or you move or something. So like that is like uh what's it called? It is kept up for you. And
Yeah.
then college is really that first indication of like people transferring or you have a different major or you don't dorm together anymore. And like
Yeah.
then it's up to you to sort of make sure you keep the correspondence going. And then in
Mhm.
adulthood, it really gets hard. So I was definitely not prepared for that sort of thing. And I do try to like be good about even if it's just like fucking sending a meme every few days. It's something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So like this is the thing is that like growing up, and especially in high school, I
Mhm.
had friends, and then if we had a day off from school, we would go to my dad's shop and work. That's what we did, right?
Right.
So during the summer, we didn't have a summer break. We had work, and we would work. That's what we did. Like, so it was never like, and oh, you want to go out at night? No, I'm fucking exhausted because I'm 15 and I just worked 8 hours in a fucking steel mill. Like, what do you want from me, right? So like it kind of dictates a lot about puberty is where like you get a lot stronger because you're working with steel for 2 months out of the summer, right?
Right.
That was working that job was the first time I ever in my life had sweat drop off of my face this way, like where it
Oh,
like I was hunched over doing stuff
yeah.
for hours in the sun and like
Did it
this
like
like
when you're working in a machine shop, is do things ever get red hot? Did you ever like the sweat drops off and you hear a psh or something or
all the fucking time, bro. Are you kidding me? We would do shit like that and then spit on it just to see the just go,
yeah.
you know? That's
I would
I'm
too.
still
Yeah.
I'm still pretty good at pretty surgical with my spit. So
Mhm.
For a long time, I had accuracy with snot rockets too, but not
Really?
anymore. Yeah.
No, I'm not very good with it. I can't get the Ludi to stay together to like.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that could, if we were in a car, he would put his head out of the window and spit, and he would beat the car with his spit, and just because he would launch that thing like a rocket ship.
Oh man.
And he got a guy like in the face once, and the guy I think had
Oh.
like a bruise. He had power behind it. Little Portuguese guy. And he's like, "Bah!"
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
that was, but
yeah,
yeah, like
like so.
so we never had, and the thing is, during the week we only saw our friends from church, so like that was our entire life, was working at the shop, going to church, working at the shop, and then like on the weekend we did stuff, but not really. We would just hang out with our friends. So all of
Yeah.
our friends from school disappeared, but we would be out doing stuff, right? So
Right. And
it
that's
was weird.
maintaining those friendships, but mostly because like on paper you would make friends with your coworkers, but unlike school where your peers are the same age as you mostly,
Yeah,
uh like there's a built-in um like thing there where you automatically have at least the little things in common, whether it's
yeah.
your generation, like the show, or just the pop culture you consume, that sort of thing. But jobs can be fucking anybody, right? Like
Yeah.
you could be like 22 and you're working with a 45-year-old, and like you have the same job title, but you're vastly different ages. So as a result of that, it might be harder. Also, on top of that, not everybody really likes their coworkers, and that's not bad necessarily, but
No.
not everything becomes the office.
I
Not everybody is
remember. No, oh no,
yeah.
no. Hey,
No, of course
listen,
not.
let's calm down. I knew coworkers who would actively reject calls if they knew there was a call tree activation happening. And they would be like, "Yeah, no, I'm not paid for that." Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, you just have to do it," and they're like, "No, I didn't answer. What are you gonna do? Figure it out." And like, and it was the wildest shit where, like, I would always be like, "Oh yeah, no problem." Just pull out my call tree. Yep. Okay. I left them a message. Thanks. Bye. I don't care. But like now I look back and I'm like, oh yeah, I should have been rejecting that from the get go. Just certain participation is not part of your employment in a lot of things, right? And that's, hey, we can hang out at work. We don't have to hang out outside of work. Like, oh man, we should hang out. No thanks. I'm good.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
like if I make friends with people from my work, it's always on like an ad hoc basis. It's always like, okay, I like one guy out of the seven.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
like my
And then
my friend Emrys, shout out to Emrys, I met
yeah.
while we were working at the same place together. I didn't make friends with anybody else, just
Yeah.
Emrys. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, is like people are like, oh, I've had interactions with people, Victoria's friends, where one guy was like, he didn't corner me, but like I kept the conversation going with him almost all night. And he's a fucking weirdo. Like I was like, this guy is a creeper. I'm protecting the rest of the party by going down with this shit. Okay. But by the end of the
And
night,
he's like,
like,
how accurate can you make your ludies? And you're like, dude, this is so weird.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like afterwards, he was telling people that me and him were like best friends. Like we were like this. And I was like,
yeah.
I don't like that guy. Please don't take me to places where he is. I don't want to do that. And he cornered me on a subway. I had my book in my face. It was crammed with people. He got right in front of me. So there's his face right there. And he started talking. I was like, oh, yeah, I wasn't reading my book. That's cool, bro. Yeah, sure. And I just brought the book to here. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And then he stopped talking. And I'm like, cool. Like, so anyways, I'm like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
It was
He's like the Talker from Seinfeld.
Yeah. Oh, well, the thing is, the subway was morning commute. The subway was
everyone's
rammed.
yeah.
Yeah, everyone is rammed.
Mhm.
And I was just like, hey man, like, yeah, that's fine. Just be cool. Don't be weird about this.
Mhm.
I have my morning process. I read a book going to work instead of using my cell phone and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's a good process. You're fucking with me now. Just leave me
Mhm.
alone, you know? But also no boundaries. It's yeah, I don't know.
Here's another one that I didn't think of until a second ago. The holidays. Now I know you grew up Jehovah's Witness, so asterisk
Yeah, I
on
got
that.
nothing.
But like
So
but
weird.
just the sort of vibe of the holidays when you're a kid, you're like, yay, 3 weeks off school and Christmas cookies and I'm at home and yay. And then as you get older, it goes from like that sliding scale of like childlike wonder to family drama and the fact that you're getting fat over the holiday and all of the shit you got to do. And, you know, it's all that stuff. And then like New Year's right after, where New Year's isn't really it's not really a fun holiday at all. Like
No.
even married, we don't want to stay up till midnight and do the kiss. We do the East Coast one and watch it at 9 p.m.
I
And
oh
it's like, who
man.
gives a shit?
Hey,
But yeah,
that's one thing. I don't want to be home for New Year's. That is out of everything. Like, I don't take Victoria out late like I used to go. I used to come home at like 4 o'clock in the morning regularly, right?
right.
And when I was doing comedy, even still, I would come home at like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, right? There come times I came home at 6. But
Yeah.
like the that's the one night where I'm like, no, we're going out past midnight. We're partying until the brink of dawn, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's New Year's. I think New Year's is a non-denominational holiday.
I
You know?
guess, but like that there's not really a like ritual associated with it aside from the ball drop, the champagne, and the kiss, and that's it. There's not a season for New Year's. It gets lumped in with the,
Yeah.
Christmas, Hanukkah season. Um, and
Eh.
it also signifies the end of the holidays, which is a little depressing too. Because you're just like, well, shit. Now I
Yeah.
don't have an excuse to wear the sweaters. I take down the Christmas tree, all that stuff. Basically, adulthood just reveals all of the like, the back of the Disney World ride, where you're just like, okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
This is sad.
Do you know how the sausage is made? Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
realize you know how the sausage is made, and like, uh, having kids, like if I have kids, then I have to make sure that that continues, which is not
Yeah.
a bad thing. Like I want to, but the it becomes like it all falls on your shoulders to make sure
Mm.
it's like that versus just
So
it is like that as a kid.
then like I would suggest how I think you should work out a how-to manual, how to make life easy during the holidays,
Okay.
right? So one of those ideas is, you know how you can now get lights that change color. So decorative
Yeah.
lights can just be like white lights, or you can change them to Christmas themes, or you can do all that kind of stuff. You put those up once, you have them up all year round. If you want them
Yeah.
on, you want them on. You want them off, you want them off, no problem. You want them Christmassy, you want them just white. Hey, you're celebrating Easter, you want them pink.
Mhm.
Do you?
Yeah.
But then you're like, hey, now I've set something. So my theory is this: is that if you want to make something simpler, what you have to do is you have to set up a plan, and that plan is usually more work in the you lump like 4 years worth of work into one weekend,
Mhm.
but that one weekend will change how you do everything, right?
The rest of
And then
the
you find
yeah.
an easier way, right? Because I'll tell you right now, Atlas, there are two things in my life that I hate, and I use that word very delicately, uh, because I don't like to hate things, but I hate mowing the lawn and vacuuming. I am not some prince of Versailles that needs lawns that are for decorative purposes only. It's stupid, and the whole world runs on it, and I will not fucking stand for it. That's number one. Vacuuming. We have enough technology that vacuuming shouldn't be a thing. I should have non-stick carpet that waves in the middle of the night and sends all the dirt through the carpet into the trash. Fuck off with your carpet. I don't know. Vacuuming is stupid and it shouldn't exist. That's it. Those are the two things. They drive me crazy. And I
reminds me of There Will Come Soft Rains, but you ever read that short story?
No.
Okay, so it's Ray Bradbury, so a guy who wrote Fahrenheit 451, and it's about this smart house where like all of the things are done automatically and that sort of thing. And you realize about halfway through, I'm going to spoil it for part of it, that the family was killed in a nuclear blast, and their silhouettes are like painted up against the side of the house, so the house thinks they're still home. And it's just doing all that stuff with nobody there. Yeah, it's crazy.
Awesome.
Like the house is the only character.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, really good short story. But that's what it reminds me of, like a carpet just doing this, and then all the dirt comes down into a trash chute or something. Yeah.
None of this, like, for all the technology that we've progressed with. The simpler things in life are still stupid, and that disappoints me. I thought look, there was no guy in Star Trek who vacuumed the carpets.
No.
Okay,
no.
Who was vacuuming the carpets?
Yeah, I think also around like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, technology stopped being like. When a new thing would come out, we would get excited. As time has gone on, tech has gotten like we've kind of hit a wall with things that are fun or interesting or good, and it's always like, "Hi, we've added an extra camera to the iPhone." Okay, and that's it. That's all we got. Like that, or they're just talking about resolutions, and then that's how you get things like crypto and the metaverse and NFTs and AI slop. It's always like, this is the next big thing, and it's really not. So
yeah. We were talking about
or
this
like
with
cars being like all touchscreen, and everyone's like, I don't want a fucking touchscreen for the AC. Like I need the tactile button thing. Like you did it great. Just keep doing it.
Yeah. Some people like buttons. I like buttons. I like knobs. That's That we were talking about this with Victoria was like growing up, she always wanted the newest phone. Progressively I got her onto my side, which is, I get a new phone when I need a new phone.
Yeah.
And usually phones last. So my phones usually last around 5 years, around 4 or 5 years, around there. And I'm like, so I just got a new phone. Yeah. And it's a good phone. Look, I got a nice Darth Vader case for it.
Cute.
Very cool. I put one of those plastic covers on the front. Okay, off we go. No problem. Just get it done. And it's like it will last. So why not?
Or even like, I'm one of those people who I don't update my phone until it like forces you to, or it's like, hey, you should update your phone. And I'm like, fuck you. You're going to move all of my buttons around and make everything slower. and then it's like, as you're charging it overnight, it's like, well, fucking update your phone while you're sleeping, that kind of thing. That's how updates happen on my phone. And I feel like that's making them last longer. But even as I upgrade phones, I don't get the newest one. I get the next new one in the line. So this is a Pixel 7, and I had a Pixel 6 before that. They're on Pixel 9 now.
Yeah.
So I'm just, it's cheaper and also not,
Yeah. Well, as long as you can still buy a new one, it's fine. Victoria says, I thought it was because I was getting older and new phones just weren't a thing anymore. No, it's because I converted you.
It's not.
Listen, my father was a master of the mind, and I too will control your thoughts. Yeah, no, it's one of those. Listen, I'm like, I was unprepared for how useless some of my skills are in life. That's one of the weird things where I'm like, I'm very talented in very certain ways that without a core organization to present it, like religion was, I have nothing. And he's like, oh shit, because my work was very different from what my religious was, right? Where there was my whole identity. So in turn, you're like, now I'm trying to figure it out. And be like, okay, I'm going to use those skills on my own and figure something out. And comedy works. So who would have thunk it? But here I am. It's fun. Like I never would have expected life to be this way, but I'm enjoying it a lot more than I have in the past. So some things get better. Some things are like curdled milk, though. So yeah, goes both ways.
Yeah. Let's see. I like wrote some of these in like a Google Doc for myself. Like, what sort of things was I not expecting? I feel like people your age dying.
Oh yeah.
And like we're nowhere near the apex of this, you and I. But like, I remember the first time somebody my age died, and it was in college. It was one of my friends. He had leukemia. He beat the leukemia, bought a motorcycle, and died in a motorcycle crash.
Good for him. I mean, that sucks, but
yeah. Shout out to my deceased friend Dustin. He used to say things were cheatsy doodles when they were unfair. So that was a cheatsy doodles thing by God to kill my friend Justin. But I remember like all of us kind of looking at each other, like my friend group in college, and being like, "That's what killed him, not the cancer, the motorcycle." And the fact that like he's our age and he's dead, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's going to get worse. Like I probably should have like picked my parents' brain about this before we started, because like people, Catherine O'Hara died recently. She was 73. My mom's 73. Yeah. That's
Hey, like so years ago, I worked with a guy. I was his associate. I would help him out. He taught me a lot. It was great. And I moved on, and he was very supportive with me moving on. It was great. And he calls me one New Year's Eve at work, and I see his number, and I'm like, I'll call him back. And he was like, hey, I just wanted to hit you up. Hope you have a good New Year. Blah, blah, blah. Hope we can see each other, so on and so forth. I think nothing of it. When I get back from New Year's, I call him, leave him a message. Hey, hit me back. He's like, oh, I'm on vacation. And I'm like, oh, all right, I missed him. So he's probably going for a trip for New Year's and with his wife and then coming back. Now, this is a guy who got his physical every year. On his birthday, he would do he didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he didn't do drugs. He brought his lunch every day. He spent time with his family. He exercised, did all sorts of good stuff. Mm-hmm. So from when he called me after 9 weeks, he had liver cancer and he died. That was it.
What the
Never saw him again. Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was 47.
What?
Yeah. And yeah. And I missed the chance to talk to him for a last time at work.
Damn.
Yeah. That one really is the winner.
And especially when it's like cancer, because it always hits it'll hit healthy people, and you're just like, they did everything right, and they're they still got punished in some way.
Yeah.
So, wow, what a dark ending to our comedy podcast. Hooray.
I mean, at some point no. Hey, at some point you run out of tears and you just start laughing because you just have to react, right? So it's a weird thing, but it is what it is.
I guess the question for everyone else is like, what was something you didn't realize was going to be an issue or a problem or just something you have to deal with as a kid? Or the other way, what was something you thought was going to be a big problem when you were a kid, like quicksand, and then it just
Yeah.
wasn't when you got older?
100%. There are a lot of people who are gonna be like, it was quicksand. Clip this
Yeah.
part. This is the clip.
Yeah,
That's what we're
whatever.
gonna do.
Comments or engagement is not a big deal.
Yeah.
So thanks everybody for watching. Follow us at Generation Dan wherever fine social medias are found. You can follow me at Atlas Novack wherever also those fine social medias are found. I just put out a sketch on my TikTok about the other Greek gods in that like aren't in Hades Town, what they're up to, and you get to see me shirtless as Apollo. So enjoy that. Or you can check out my other show, Nexus at Night. That's on every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific on YouTube. That's about the trading card game Card Fight Vanguard. Also, if you are in the Azusa area on April 11th, do you still have the pic that I sent you? The laughing stick thing? That's
Hey.
really sweet. So Saturday, April 11th, 8 p.m. There's the QR code for the ticket link, or just check out my social media because the links are there. I'm producing this show. These are all comedians who I love, and all three of these people have been on Generation Dan before. So come check them out. And how about you, good sir?
Oh, yeah, I'm Dino the Genetic Marvel. You can follow me here. There was something I wanted to say in response to that TikTok. Oh yeah, I've watched his TikTok with him shirtless and tits out and everything. Okay, like 6 times, and all of those times I did not comment. Nice tits, bro. Okay, and I think I deserve
very
recognition.
restrained of you. Good job.
Yeah, just FYI. Yeah, Dino the Genetic Marvel. Follow me. I do all sorts of stuff. It's more so just me and my travels and doing stuff and life. So, and then talking all the time. Follow me. I'm fantastic. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks,
We'll see
everyone.
you soon.
Bye.
Bye.